Hello everyone, 13 Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Slay the Princess. I think I've only got about 2 episodes left. I do want to explore the Drowned Grey. I've got a thing over here. But I also realized something in between episodes. Because I wanted to look up how to get the new ending for the game. My god, there's so much cat hair on my mic. I wanted to look it up so I could kind of get an idea of like what I needed. And unfortunately, me choosing to spare the princess every single time has actually been detrimental to us getting the new ending. The new ending entirely chooses to either abandon or kill the princess at every opportunity. So, I did pull up a walkthrough, and we're going to be doing that, but I want to do the Drowned Grey first. And then we'll do a whole new playthrough for that. Like a whole nother episode, not a whole playthrough. I'm not going to make you all guys all go, well... Nah, I'm not gonna make you guys go through that. I'm just gonna try to edit it together into a supercut. I just don't have a lot of time today, so I may have to come back to it.
The interior of...
Okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade.
And enter the basement. I'm just following my thing over here.
The door to the basement. Her voice.
Continue down the stairs.
She sounds... Don't let it fool. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Steal your nerves and step forward.
You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful. You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then?
It just says...
Fine.
It's like
what
we
even
slay the
makes you
princess
think
twice
you
in a
can kill
row
me?
at any point in
I'm
time.
probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you should...
She's unarmed.
Drop the blade.
The blade...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
Oh?
You know. Oh, you have to be. You walk up to their large and heavy.
I'm guessing...
Maybe it's somewhere doubtful.
I'm going to get you out of here. Yeah,
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could...
She speaks. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure you attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of this is someone else.
Yeah, of course. Okay, turn to the bottom.
You make your way easier.
Just trying to remember how to do this.
Everyone.
I heard the door slam.
Alright, we
knife.
save her.
You won't. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the pillar. We won't have it. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I feel like I'm doing something.
Stop that. The blade.
Okay, well, that's not it. Right? What does it say to get the Drowned Grey? Okay, so get to prisoner. So I am doing this right. Slay her and then don't give up. Okay. Good, I was worried I screwed that up.
A warning.
So we go down there and we see her. So I want to see what her chapter 3 is for Drowned.
The interior of the cabin is less...
Alright, I gotta slay her. I'm gonna approach the mirror anyway.
You reach forward and rub your hand against
the blade.
You take
Enter the basement. And then, yeah, just
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone
slay her and don't
Is that a
give up.
visitor?
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. Should we? Why have you noticed the empty?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have
Yeah,
a seat?
slay her.
Without a moment
Don't
of
give up.
hesitation,
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
Oh,
as you move to strike the
This is
princess,
new.
she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
ho ho.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Okay.
Drop it, or you die.
Can I? How do I kill her?
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to
No,
kill us.
she's
Just
100%
listen to her.
gonna
Do what
kill
she
us.
says.
No,
How
what?
many times
She's
did
gonna
I
kill us
warn you
anyway.
she's not to be trusted? But while
I've already
strangulation
proven
can
I'm
be
gonna
very
try to kill her.
distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
I hate following the narrator. All right, slay her.
Steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts,
Oh,
only
because
making
of the
surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm
Oh.
flails forward, barely able to obey you.
What? My personal little blade here is covered in blood. Whose blood? Mine or
But a
hers?
single focused blow
There
was
it
all
is.
it took. Your blade pierces
sorry.
up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart.
I'm sorry.
The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
No.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
No.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready,
Oh.
you can proceed to your reward. I
Oh.
don't like this. It was too easy.
All right. Do I
It was not too easy. We almost died.
believe in anything? Do I not believe in anything? Just means selecting slay the princess twice
That's
in a
right.
row.
This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now.
Oh,
You have the
you poor
attention
thing.
span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises?
I have to agree with him there.
It's better to have a short attention span in
No,
a
it's
situation
not.
like this. There's no use dwelling
No.
on the past, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
It is an empty one. We just get trapped. God, what is up with my hair? Oh, there we go. I just don't like when it breaks apart like that at the top. Makes it look greasier than it is. It's clean.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
That's fair.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the
Interesting.
basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
You know, interesting that it's this. Is it from when I, carried her
The
head up?
windows. Do you see that? We used to
Yeah.
be able to see the outside world from up here, but
Or
now
maybe it's
just
because we got the good ending
empty.
from killing
the
her
door.
or something.
Check the door.
Open the door and get my reward.
You
I'm
open the
trapped
cabin
inside
door,
the folds of
ready
myself.
to return to a world saved. Only a world saved from
Yep.
certain. You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if
Yeah.
everything's gone, does that mean we're
There's
not?
no
This
reward.
is your reward.
No, there's nothing.
Okay. This is what's best for
Just
everyone.
stab ourselves
Trust
now.
like hell it is.
Yeah,
What's
that's
done
BS.
is done, and there's no going back now. Time
I
passes.
disagree.
You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
No.
You've never been happier.
No.
Decades. No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm just gonna accept my reward now.
We
yeah.
still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves. He's suggesting you kill yourself.
Yep.
You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
This isn't bliss. I'm just a prisoner. Slay
You
myself.
spiteful bastard.
Yep.
Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yeah.
Why should it matter
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what
Who cares?
That's all we needed. You raise the blade.
Drive it
collapse
into
to
my
the
heart,
floor.
and now we're
We'll
all
see
good.
about.
Yeah. Oh, it's because I went through this with the gray, didn't I?
You're on a path in the woods. See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get
And
to the bottom of
it's
things.
Raining in the same
Bit by
field.
bit, we're starting to unravel this place. There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling. That's a little dark, buddy.
Yeah.
You feeling okay?
No.
I'm feeling nothing,
Yeah.
and I like that just fine.
As long as he's happy, I... Can the voice of cold even be happy?
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
3?
It's our third.
3.
What gave it away? Your open discussions. You came around on that awful fast.
Yeah.
Have you just been pretending to forget every time? I'm afraid not.
No.
Whatever other versions of me you've met in
Would
those
be
other
cool, wouldn't it?
lifetimes were just
But
that.
no.
Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first.
Oh, I'm sorry,
So
buddy.
you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage.
I think so.
The more information you have, the harder it will be
No,
for you to
it's
succeed.
the less likely that I'm gonna just blindly follow whatever you told me to do.
It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade.
Do I have the blade this time? No.
And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave.
Look, never say never. Okay, she's been doing pretty solid this
You
far.
already slew her, and you survived. Yes. Then why, pray tell, are you here?
Why do you assume that I have to die to be here?
Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why? Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward. Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should
But I
have been
didn't
happy.
feel eternal bliss. I felt empty.
We were bored. There were still answers that we needed to find. It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything.
You should have given me something else to do. If you'd, like, sat me on the corner with some video games and a pizza, like, we wouldn't be here, dude.
How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us?
That this was your plan the entire
world
time.
doesn't stay saved if you die.
Oh? So, wait. Does that mean then... Sorry, my ear just keeps itching like crazy. So does that mean then if I die and the princess dies, the world dies?
And if the world isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead.
It's raining. It wasn't raining last time. Proceed to the cat. I just want to get to the raining bit.
Yes, things are different, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're
It's
running out
true.
of time. Her influence? What's that supposed to mean? It
Yeah.
means exactly what I said. Don't overthink
No, I
it,
really
or
think
you
I
run
need
the
to be
risk of making
overthinking
your
it.
task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things
Oh,
worse,
yeah.
and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely
That
make
might be
things
the smartest
worse.
set of sentences you ever said about
Come
yourself
on,
there,
tell
narrator.
us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know?
They're never going to tell us.
No. Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
He's right. I don't like it, but he's right.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, all right?
Are you gonna make us more, like, happy about our sitting there in the corner doing nothing?
What we do is entirely up to us.
Thank you.
And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say.
Yeah.
But how can we be sure?
What this is? This clouds?
We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us.
Yeah, this puddle.
Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world. Why? Because we should. I don't know. It's important. Is it?
It really, yeah. If we keep dying over and over and over again, does it really matter?
Yes. I think. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real.
Skeptic's onto something.
Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else?
Yeah, trapped in a fold within
Maybe
ourselves.
we are. This is horribly unproductive. The
Oh.
cabin and your extremely important destiny.
You're getting a little
But
uneasy
wait.
there. Alright.
As soon as you enter the cabin,
Oh.
you're struck by an overwhelming scent of decay, of mold and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping
Oh,
with a
yeah.
black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition.
Oh yeah.
It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you.
Yeah, her ghost.
There is a figure faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall. Is that?
Oh, but I don't have the blade anymore,
Huh.
even though I took it back.
It's like she isn't even there. See? We killed her. You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time.
She does, but she resets differently. Like, by nature.
Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again.
Of course.
Yes, the mirror that he can't see.
Nope.
The mirror? Is this some kind of joke?
No.
Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no
It's
mirror.
funny
There's the
that
door
that's
to the
the
basement,
same-
the table, and the pristine blade.
Huh.
That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Yeah, but it's gone.
Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Because it's in her
Maybe
chest,
it's
dude.
gone because we've already killed her with it. But
Yeah.
we had it with us when we died.
Thank you.
And
This is the
besides,
question.
everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too?
Better question, why wouldn't we reset with the blade?
Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again.
Oh.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Approach the mirror.
You make
He
your
can't
way to
see.
the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must
is a
think
mirror.
You're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door.
Sorry, I'm a little cold too. If you can see, I got a heating pad behind me. Not because there's necessarily anything wrong with my back,
It's
but
still
I'm
so hazy.
hoping it'll keep
We
me
should try and
warm and
clean it
allow me to
off.
sit for a while.
Yes. Trying to touch it does seem to
Getting
be
a
the magic
storm.
spell to get it out of our way.
Thought it was my AC, or my heat, but no.
Maybe it won't disappear this time and we'll finally get a good look at ourselves. We should explore every option.
We never get to see it.
You reach forward
Yeah,
and
it's
place
gone.
your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection.
Yeah,
We didn't need to see ourselves anyway.
it's okay.
I'm much more interested in seeing other things. No way left to go but down.
Alright, and here we are.
The door to the basement
There she
grows
is.
open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin
I
in
think
layers
I
of
like
grime.
the
The
drowned
stairs
better.
are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through
Algae?
in places,
Algae?
reeking of fetid vegetation.
Oh, I like this one, I think, more than the burned. Because, like, I can taste the air in this. I can feel, like, the cold wind up the steps. I can feel the moisture just in the air on the bricks, like, or well, pieces of stone in this case. But I can feel this. I can smell that. Like, there's just, when I like really let my brain go into what's being told to me, like I can taste the mildew kind of flavor in the
A wispy
air.
figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows,
She's pretty,
legs
though.
submerged up to her shins in dark waters.
Oof, that's a lot.
There she is again.
Yeah.
Barely. She's just an old memory.
A memory that's gonna
Your eyes
kill
lock
us.
for a brief moment. Then she vanishes around the corner.
We're not good. Is there anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon.
You receive no response.
No, because she hates me.
Do you think she's upset?
Oh,
with us?
100%.
Don't like being here
Even though the
unarmed
burn
after
gray,
what happened last
wasn't
time.
this
I feel
upset.
so
Yeah.
exposed. She doesn't seem fully there. I'm not sure she's even capable of being upset.
Yeah, she doesn't. Even as the burn, she didn't seem fully there.
You aren't helping.
Ah,
Are you
it's fine.
scared of a little ghost? What's she
Thanks,
going
cold.
to do?
I skipped that
As you
because we've read
descend
it.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Oh.
A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
And there's no window here.
This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow
Yeah.
starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting.
Yeah.
So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do?
Do they really just think that ghost is just a memory?
She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is.
Well, isn't that the crux of this? If I believe her to be dead, doesn't that make her dead? Or am I not understanding how this
Her
works?
corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games.
So what one of us believes that she's still alive?
If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart.
Yep.
And yet she isn't dead.
Nope.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
It's Cold that believes she's a
Oh,
ghost.
for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't
It's
dead?
fine.
She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you.
If the
and she
narrator believes
clearly
that she's
has a
dead, is
weapon.
she dead?
Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest.
It's hard to tell.
This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table.
Death neutral.
Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything.
I don't think she's going to
Are you
talk.
sure she can talk like this?
That's a good
Bold
question.
of you to come back here after what you did.
Yeah. We're even now. I don't care about living,
But she doesn't answer your question.
but we just get
All
the
she
rising
does
waters.
is watch you in shadowed silence. Do you hear that trickling sound?
Yeah.
The water's rising, isn't it? It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting.
At least we're not gonna get burned.
We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
Yeah, we haven't ever drowned before, not even in any of the past lives.
Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
Nah. What's wrong with you? I don't want this. Is this about last time? I'm sorry. I don't like any of these answers. Rush to the door, I
The
guess.
princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs, but you don't make it past the first few steps.
Oh? Why?
The door bursts open,
Oh.
a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you, and you're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall.
Oh. Oh, my neck.
You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness, disorientated,
Oh.
only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you
Oh.
struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out.
Yeah, look at that. That's just horrifying. With no, like, background or any. Oh, my God.
It's so dark and cold. I think our limbs are slowing down. How much
Really?
longer can we do this? Just keep breathing. We'll figure this out.
Yeah, where's
Or
Paranoid?
we won't. It doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure
Yeah.
anything out. Something cold and clammy
Oh.
wraps around your ankle.
Is it the body?
You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths.
Oh, I want to just appreciate the art.
As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or
Oh,
rather, you see her.
her
The body you
bloated
found
body.
floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your
Oh.
ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness.
Oh.
I get it. We shouldn't have killed her. Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past.
Yeah,
There's no changing it.
yeah, we're there.
There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about
Okay.
the present either. Not unless we think like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown.
Nope, we
You
just drowned.
desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse.
How did I
And
escape
all the
through the
while
fire
her
one?
ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless,
Oh.
as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Eventually the long dark's gonna kick in.
Your lungs filled with water, the same way
Oh.
mine filled with blood. In the end,
Oh.
we're not so different.
Ooh. You're welcome. And we're free. I think. But your lungs don't fill, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave and memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. But it feels so bad.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me. You don't need to comfort
Holding me
them.
back, fear. I know I don't need to comfort
Oh, I don't
them,
like
but
that silence.
Voice feels small and distant as you approach. Reach forward and it's gone. I've withered. Unraveled. My bad. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin, where she's waiting for us, and I can feel a sneeze coming.
There's a
Oh.
world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No idea. Let's see. I want the vessel's thought. It's gonna happen when you awaken. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She
Share
will
her
make
pain.
for a deep heart.
Good.
Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
Good. Alright. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Yeah.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and I die. And then we save. Okay,
on a path.
so I do have over here a walkthrough of how to get the new ending. That being said, though, it has more time than I do have available to me right now to record. So, there will be one more Slay the Princess episode. It is not going to be going up anytime immediately soon. Because it just takes so long to record. And I have to go get ready to leave the state. So, going on one last family vacation. So I will be coming back to Slay the Princess. But it will be like maybe in a week or so. A week or two. And then it'll just be... What you will see is just going to be all of the parts of the endings that I haven't shown you. The other option, as I think about it, is I could just do, like, break it up into 2 bits. I don't know, I gotta think on how to best do it. I'm either gonna do it as 1 episode and it'll be 2 in like a week, 2 weeks, something like that. Or I'll break it up into 2 episodes so that I just record the entire time while I'm doing it, skipping over the previous stuff. So it'll be less fast-paced, but broken up easier. Maybe I'll do that one. Either way, that's all the time we've got for this episode. So take care, everybody.